What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bugs' DCS Cruise. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream yesterday from the Virpal BFM Cup that was rehosted. As far as I know, and that I was told, it was one of the very few, if not maybe two live streams that were going of the event. So hopefully you guys check that out. If not, the video is definitely up on the channel now. Go check it out, see what you guys think. Those were a couple of pretty good fights with some pretty good pilots, I'm not going to lie. And I actually did have the pleasure of flying against, if not all of them, most of them in the beginning stages of the fight. Definitely worth the check out. So the video is up on the channel. Go check that out. For this one, what we're going to do is we're going to go fly the A-10 for a little bit. I do have a mission idea in mind that I want to put the A-10 in, a what if scenario kind of thing that I've done before for you guys. So a little bit more on that soon. I just want to see how this is going to work. I have to do a little bit of research and whatnot just to get this as accurate as possible. So more on that later. But we're going to go have fun. We're going to see what we could do with it. We're going to take up a whole bunch of different weapons with us. Bombs, rockets, missiles, plus the good old GAU-8. So we do have 26 technicals with Dishkas on them, and we do have a couple of gun emplacements. So I'm more worried about these guys than I am the Dishkas. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try to use the standoff weapons like the Mavericks to take care of the AAA first before we get in close, but we'll see how it plays out. Well, let's jump in. Let's get the old hog armed up, and let's see what we could do. So we got full fuel, full gun. We'll take up a combat mix. Yeah, you know what? We're going to stick with the combat mix. Why not? Alright. Let's see what fun we can have here. Let's take up 297s because why not? We'll put on 282s for now. I'm going to try and break this up a little bit so we have a little bit of fun with everything here, guys. Alright. Let's take up a couple of Mavericks. Let's go with 3X. What do you guys think? The Deltas or the Harriers? Infrared. And I'm not too sure what the CCD is. Alright, you know what? Let's go with the Deltas for now. And we can always change them over to the other ones later. Let's go with a couple of rockets as well. Let's go with... You know what? We're going to go high explosive anti-tank for these. Just because... Let's get the maximum kaboom out of everything. Alright. This might be a stupid idea on my part, but we're going to take a 2,000 pounder up on the belly.
Copy.
Alright guys, let's check out the rearming. We'll see what we're carrying, what we got. There's the 2,000 pounder. There are the rocket pods going on. There are Mavericks, Mark 82s, and the CBU 97s.
Rearming complete.
Alright guys, here we go. Let's go see what fun we can have with the A-10. So what we're looking at really quick, let's go back to the F2 for a second so you guys could see the dots up far over there. That's where our targets are. So we're going to take off and we'll go see what fun we can have. So I'm just going to breeze through the cold start with the A-10 right quick and we'll go from there. Alright, good start on 2. Alright. Cranking up number 1. Here we go, guys. Strike the canopy. Alright, it's getting a little bit quieter now, so we can hear what the hell's going on at least. Make sure everything works the correct way. Alright, we're looking good, guys. All right. All right, guys, here we go. Let's start our taxi out and let's go see what we could do. Let's go put some warheads on foreheads with the A-10. Alright guys, this is going to be fun. Let's see how this goes. It's been a little bit since I flew the A-10 and did any real air-to-ground work with it, so should be a little interesting. Especially with the missiles and rockets, we'll see how it works, but just hope for the best. And we are flying the A-10A tonight, guys. Or today, whatever you want to call it. I still am working on the A-10C up and working. I'm doing a little bit more reading on it. I really don't want to, or I want to try not to make an ass out of myself with the thing as much as I possibly can. So once I get a little bit more comfortable with it, then we'll start seeing the A-10C come around a little bit more. But the A-10A, I really do have to say, it's a lot of fun. It's a great module. Definitely check it out. Part of the Flaming Cliff series, but just as capable as the A-10C is.
You are cleared for takeoff when ready. Climb 300 at QFE 29.72.
Thank you, sir. Will do. And honestly, if you ask me, guys, between the A-10A and the A-10C, the A-10A is a lot less bullshit to get it up and working, so that's right up my alley right about now. Between flying 40 different airplanes, I'll take the simplicity at some points, but here we go. Let's go see what we could do with the A-10. Keep it on the run, my bugs. Let's get a cool little flyby the takeoff, guys. Why not? Alright. I didn't want to get two of those, but we did. It's alright. Let's get our flaps up. Alright. Let's get ourselves established here. Alright, there's our target area. Let's see what we could do here. Like I said, I want those AAA emplacements first, so we're going to try and go standoff with the Mavericks as best as we can. Let's get up to altitude first, and then we'll work from there. We'll arm up in a second, guys. The 2,000-pounder is definitely not helping anything right now, but I cannot wait to drop that on their head. Maybe if we get enough altitude, we could stay out of that gun range, but I don't want to tempt fate with those AAA emplacements right now. I'd rather neutralize a few of them, and then we'll come in for the run with the 2,000-pounder. Let's arm up. Alright, here we go, guys. Let's see what happens. Let's see how standoffish we could stay with this. Alright, there's our aerial marker right there. There they are. We might be okay at this altitude. 5,000 feet, but we're going to try and get something off if we can. It's just not... shit, we lost sight of him. Hold on. Hold on. We definitely lost sight. Yeah, not what I wanted. See if I can slew the earth around a little bit just to help us out. I'm mainly going off my eyes though, guys. Oh, there they are. Okay, I see them. Okay. Yep, there we go. Okay, they're right down there. Alright, we seem to be okay with the AAA out of their range. Alright, let's turn in this way. We'll use that building as RIP. Start our turn in, and here we go. Alright, I got visual on them. Alright guys, let's see what we can do here. Let's zoom that in. There they are. Target locked. Rifle. 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 Just wait for the strikes. There we go. There we are. All right. Nice. Uh-oh. That's not so nice. Let's get the F out of here. Oh, baby. Ooh, they are not happy with us. Oh, man. All right. Let's get the fuck out of the way before we get shot down. Because those things will take us out of the sky. Jesus. Alright. I think they're a little pissed that we just rained on that parade a little bit, but we'll see if we can do some more damage. I'm happy we got a lot of those gun emplacements, though. We got a few of them on that pass, so I'll take it. let's turn in from here. Here we go. Oh, there goes more of them. Not really feeling so bad. Alright, here we go. Let's... whoops. Rifle. 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 Oh, hell yeah. Shack, baby, let's go. Alright. Let's run up for this big bastard. I'm hoping this does some damage, but we'll see what happens, guys. We did a pretty good number with the Mavericks, so let's hope the Mark 84 does even more. And then we still got the 82s, the 97, and the rockets and guns, so I have a very good feeling that these guys are going to be having a very, very, very bad day. As if they're not already doing so. Alright, here we go. We're in hot. Let's get a nice fat target to lock onto. And we're gonna do that right about here. Alright. 3, 2, 1. Suck it. Oh, I see tracers. I don't like that. Oh, watch for the strike, baby. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Come on. Where is it? Haha. I see a lot of smoke balloons. I like that. Alright, let's run in with the 82s. Why not? Let's get these things off. Haha. Another one. Alright, I think we're going to be okay with the A-10 for the mission I have in mind. But it's always nice to get a little bit of extra stick time in practicing with the A-10. It's always fun. And I do have the choice to strafe the balloons up top or rain hell on the guys on the ground. We're going to keep raining hell down below. That's what the A-10 is designed for. Alright, here we go. Mark 82s, guys. Let's see what we can do with these. Lock. Alright. Oh. Bombs away. Let's get the hell out of here. Haha. That's what you get for shooting at me. Suck it. Alright, let's go for the rockets. What the hell, why not? So far, I say this is a very big success. Haha. There goes another one. Perfect. One of the many reasons why I love flying the A-10, guys. She is an absolute monster. Total beast. Alright, here we go. Have fun with these. Haha! Suck it. Alright. Let's get the 97s off, then we'll come in with the gun for a few runs. That's always the fun part. I have a feeling these are going to do some pretty good damage, but let's see what happens. I just got to aim the right way. As long as I get a good aiming point. If there's anything left for me to aim at, there is just plenty. Alright, let's make a little bit of an aggressive turn in now. Whoops. Not that aggressive, bugs. Don't stall the jet on the bombing run. Alright. There we go. Let's keep that bomb fall line straight. Oh, we're way off. Shit. Alright, well. Bombs away. Let's hope for the best. Oh, baby. Oh, that looks good already. Come on, A-10, don't let me down. What the hell? Oh, hold on. There's the impact. Aha! Alright, so we did something. Alright. Now let's do my favorite thing with the A-10. That's the gun run. I'm going to try and get a nice flyby view of us shooting the gun on the strafing run. We'll see how it works. We might be able to get it, but we'll try. It's not easy to fly the jet, aim, and shoot at the same time, guys, but we're going to see what we can do. I want to keep it interesting for you guys, but here we go. Guns, guns, guns. That worked. All right.
Altitude, altitude.
That actually sounded pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try that again. That sounded pretty cool. Try and get the trigger held down a little bit longer for that one. Leave a comment or a thumbs up if you love the old brrr of the A-10. I can listen to that all day. It does not get tired. Or does not get tiring, or boring, or old, or whatever you call it. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can do it again. Alright, not bad. That worked out better than I thought. Alright. I'm gonna use the last 600 rounds. I'm actually concentrating on the gun run now. Let me see what I could do here, guys. We don't have very much left to choose from, so we gotta be careful. Because they are still shooting at us, so.
Pull up, pull up. Altitude, altitude.
Alright. We got 43 rounds left. We are not going home with them. Just drop these out and then we'll bug off right and we'll head for home. There we go. Uh-oh. I see trouble. And we are getting out of here. Alright, guys. There's our airbase right there. Let's bring the old A-10 on in. I dare say we did pretty good on that one. Minus that last gun run, we did pretty well. But flying the A-10 is always a pleasure and it's always fun to do. Alright, let's get her slowed down just a little bit so we can get our gear out.
Altitude.
Alright guys, we're just on final here for Almanad. Let's just get this thing on the ground in one piece, and I will be back with you once we touch down. What the hell? And it slams us into the runway. That's just what I wanted it to do. Well, alright. I might have screwed that something up on that, but that's alright, guys. Let's see if we can stop this thing without going off the... Nope, not making that one. The only thing I wish this thing had was the manageable nose wheel steering. It might, I just might have overlooked it. I don't know, I'll have to look again, but I know the F-15C has it, the MiG-29 has it, the Su-27 has it. I don't think the A-10 does, though, but I'll have to double check and see. It could just be a very easy oversight on my end.
Taxi to parking area.
Yes, what do you think I am doing? I ain't taxiing to the space station. Alright guys, well, while we're taxiing back, I think that was a pretty successful run with the A-10. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments below. And also, I'm curious to see what you guys think between the A-10A and the A-10C. Which one you guys prefer flying. It's a toss-up for me. I like the A-10A because of the simplicity of it. The A-10C is fun to fly because it's the A-10C. I mean, can't go wrong with it, but let me know what you guys think. And I do, like I said, have another mission idea in mind that the A-10 is going to be playing part in, whether it be the A or the C variant. I will see when the time comes to create that mission. I am going to be getting started on the Warbird series that you guys all voted on, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you guys have the notifications turned on, so when the videos upload, you guys know. And that will be out in the next coming couple of weeks. So I have a few ideas in mind for that. I'm not too sure how many part series that's going to be just yet, but it will be a decent one. It's not going to be nearly as long as the F-22 series, but it will be interesting nonetheless. So don't worry about that, guys. But we're pretty much back. Let's get the canopy opened up. Alright guys, exactly right back where we started from. Well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that. I know I enjoy flying the A-10. It's always a pleasure, it's always fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe for more, and until the next sortie, strap in, arm up the seat, and keep flying.